Welcome to Game Soup. My name is Vince Offer.
My name is also Vince Offer. What are the odds?
We're playing Space Scavenger, and we would like to thank Red Cabin for providing us with a copy of this title.
Now, we're breaking a convention here today. We don't normally play early access games, but I feel like we've had to use that excuse more times than I can count, so maybe we just do play early access games now.
We do. I think we do.
Occasionally
I think we do. And we might even play Deedlit's Revenge.
Deedlit!
AKA Record of Lodos War, Deedlit in
Deedlit.
Wonder Labyrinth, I believe is the full title. I recently played through the early access of that. It's definitely not even close to finished. It only has 3 bosses in it so far, but it's pretty cool. And this looked pretty cool too. And the guy that emailed us about this, he's watched some of our videos, and he specifically reached out to Game Soup. So I wanted to give this game a shot, and the trailer looked interesting. It looked like an interesting game for GS to try out. So we're gonna do that right now. We are going in pretty much blind. Looks like L is steer and R is aim.
I can tell you what I like already about this game. Several things, in fact. For one thing, look at the map in the lower left corner. It's like a 1-to-1 representation of the map, sort of. It's very long.
Yeah.
And very short. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's small, but it's not so small that you can't see it, and it's
like
it gives you a lot of information in a small space.
But like shape-wise, it's the same shape as the room, which is interesting. It's not just a rectangle.
Yeah.
But yeah, the production values are already like it feels like a polished game, and it's an early access, right? Mm-hmm. We got this thunder. What do we have? This thunderbolt, lightning
Thunderbeam.
bolt effect.
I call it a Thunderbeam.
Is that what you call it, though? Mm-hmm. I guess anybody can call it whatever they want, right?
Sure.
Rudy Tooty.
The developers probably have a name for it. I'm sure they have one, whether it's in the code or if it's explicitly explained to the player. But
I wonder if
it's definitely got a name.
Made with Unity.
You can call it whatever you want.
No, I mean you can. I'm not gonna. Am I gonna judge you?
Is it made with Unity? I don't know. I would bet that it is. Most games are made.
Most
with
games
Unity
are,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Attach module to ship. A laser. Laser weapon 1, green laser. A grab. Attach. Grab. Attach.
I think you want it attached. That's good. It's attached.
Exit. So that's the end of the tutorial. Oh, okay. It wasn't a tutorial. It was just a
swap weapons using RB and LB.
Oh my God! Look at the
kill all enemies. You gotta use maybe aim with RT.
This is cool.
It has gravity.
It has gravity.
That's pretty cool. So there's a gravitational pull on this planet.
So
here. You got to get that laser though. You don't have a laser.
That's
anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I'm
actually. This is kill all enemies. I'm just assuming there's going to be an enemy horde of aliens coming at you right now.
I want to see where the gravity starts, because if you don't know, every object in the universe has gravity. It's not just big objects. Mm-hmm. Like this can of soda that's a foot away from me has gravity, and I'm being pulled towards it, and it is being pulled towards me right now.
That's not true.
It is very true.
That's not true. I've never heard of such a concept.
Have you ever taken a physics course?
Never.
Which is an amazing thing. Like the almond that's on this desk right now is being pulled towards me, and I am being pulled towards it. Every object in the universe has gravity, and everything is being pulled towards everything else. But the amount that things are being pulled is so small, you can't see it.
Though this planet the planet is really pulling this ship close to it, though.
And the only reason that the Earth has gravity is because it's so massive. It has so much mass.
Press A to grab that laser.
All right, grab.
A is grab.
A is grab. Okay.
A is grab. A is attach. Attach, and then you want to get out of there. That's it. It's attached.
Okay. Kill all enemies.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so our attack. Wait, why is it? Was it always
on
facing?
R trigger?
Yeah, but why is it facing to the right? Okay, so our options are capsule and laser. Okay, so you can set different weapons for each L trigger and R trigger. That's fair. Okay, shoot. Shoot.
Well, I'm glad that these enemies aren't very difficult, because if they were, we would be having some trouble.
Oh, look, you can attach it.
Oh, you can attach it to any of your 4 sides.
That's cool. That's cool. Can you also rotate it? I wonder, like, like flip it left and right. I guess not. I guess you can only do look like counterclockwise. All right, let's just do this. Now check this out. Oops.
Grab attach.
Check this out.
I will.
Oh wait. Shot through the heart, and you're too late.
Warp.
Or to blame, not too late. Attach. Grab. Attach. Warp. You're to blame. You give love a bad name. Wait, what?
What happened?
It was the tutorial.
Oh, that was just been a tutorial. Fight your way through 3 unique worlds.
Oh, okay.
So this is a roguelike.
This is a roguelike top-down shooter, which is like our favorite blend of. You can get riches from some asteroids, big blue ones with the right tools. Okay.
Is this top-down or is this side view? It's kind of hard to tell.
Look at the map again. you know what I like about that map? It's so cool. It's not just it's one-to-one, right?
Yeah.
It accurately represents the game.
It's serviceable. It's aesthetically pleasing.
It shows you
it's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet. I mean, it shows you the actual outline of the map.
Yeah,
which
it's
is cool.
Sweet. But I mean by sweet is kind.
It's kind?
It's kind to the player.
You mean like it's okay? So it's generous in its information.
Correct. It gives just the right amount of information without being too. It's not too overly detailed.
We're so fast.
It's not under detailed, and it's
Right.
it's small but not so small you can't see it. Doesn't interfere with the gameplay. Good job on the map.
So this
The
is
mini-map.
it's called a warp.
You didn't get a small engine. You got to get that small engine.
I had it. Did I? Okay. Attach.
Yeah, attach it.
Look how fast we are now.
Oh, it makes you faster.
Who's
yeah.
this? What is? Who are you?
This reminds me. I mean, a little bit of a board game called Space Trucker.
I've never played Space Trucker. Oh,
I played it one time.
Wait.
I forget all the rules to the game, but I remember it being very fun, and it's a real-time game where you have to grab a bunch of objects and build a spaceship that's better than all the other players. You dump all the pieces on the board, and they all represent pieces of a spaceship, and they fit together in specific ways, and you have to build the best spaceship that you can imagine. Build a better spaceship than the other players. This sort of reminds me of that.
I used to play a lot of board games.
Yeah, we used to get together and play board games more often, but we don't really anymore. And
Recycle. Let's recycle it. Let's see what it does. What did we get? I actually don't know. Grab? I thought we just recycled the thing that we just recycled. Grab. Attach. Yeah, we don't. Mainly because my sister has children now. I think that's the main reason. Am I wrong? I'm right.
But it's difficult. Yeah. I mean, that's a time problem. But right now, it's even more difficult because of the virus that is going around.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a given, right?
Are you allowed to talk about that on YouTube anymore?
What are you talking about?
Coronavirus?
Of course you're allowed to
COVID-19.
What do you mean? Are you allowed to talk about it?
Wuhan. Are you allowed to talk about any of these things on YouTube?
Of course you are.
Are we going to get banned for saying any of these words?
But if you call it Kung Flu or the China virus, this episode is ending right here.
Chinese virus.
Don't
Wuhan flu. Kung Fu. Kung Fu virus.
It's called Kung Flu. It's actually not.
Oh, is that how you say it?
If you want to be a real dick, you call it Kung Flu.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one, I guess.
So the idea is to scan the planets. Remember when wearing a mask to preserve your health was not a political issue? When it was just a thing you did to stay alive? And suddenly it became a political issue?
Some people believe that masks actually don't do anything.
Those people are wrong.
I agree.
And
I tend to agree with that one. I tend to go with the counterculture, but on that one, I mean, putting even a piece of cloth over your mouth that stops the water droplets from escaping when you cough seems to be logically conducive to preventing the spread of a disease.
I mean, at a certain point, the knowledge that you expect, like the collective knowledge that you expect everybody to have, at a certain point, it fails, and this is the failing point.
I'm really hoping we get one of those COVID-19 reminders under our video, because
what does that mean? What are those?
YouTube posts those anytime anyone talks about coronavirus. Like if you watch a video about coronavirus, you haven't watched any video that mentions coronavirus at all on YouTube in the last 3 months?
No,
if you do watch anything that
interesting
in regards to it, you will there's a notice at the bottom that says, here are the facts about coronavirus, and you click on it and it goes to, I don't know, Wikipedia or something. I never clicked on it, but there's a thing that takes you to what YouTube deems to be the fact checkers on coronavirus. So coronavirus, COVID-19, here you go. Let's talk about this fucking game. It looks pretty fun so far.
So I've been taking some... Oh, these clouds hurt you, right? They're like living...
I think you died.
Dude!
Killed by maggot.
1-3. Okay. I'm intrigued. I want to know. I want to keep going because I don't really understand what's happening yet. Wreckages usually contain some ammo and scrap. So apparently, right, the goal is unique, right? The goal is to scan planets and then reach the exit. And these wispy, cloudy boys are enemies? And it seems so easy and so simple at first. Hammer. Weapon. Time to smash. Okay, so what do we got? Let's put that on our right trigger. Oh, look at that smash, dude! It's got the recoil and everything. Dude, we're going smashing. It's got a low cooldown too. You can really just spam that baby. we're gonna get it this time. So the goal is to scan the planets, right? So the scans the planets are on the mini-map. So all you have to do, it sounds really easy. You just circle the planet. That's all you have to do. And you go to the warp. Even a child could do this, and yet I could not.
You've done it several times so far, so I think you can do it.
Try putting engines on the side. Avoiding a bullet is something, something, something.
Oh, man. Smash that guy.
I can say,
It looks pretty fun.
I've never played a game... Oh, he shot me. I've never played a game like this. Like, I've played plenty of games that were, you know, in space, but...
That's saying something. For Game Soup, I mean, between the two of us...
Yeah.
How many games do you think we've played between the two of us? I would say
Easily.
played equals playing the game for at least 4 minutes. How many games do you think we've played combined?
Oh my god.
That would include every Games We Never Played episode, but also, I mean, we've done that on our own way more than the number of Games We Never Played episodes.
How many games have we never... We've probably done several hundred of those, right?
No. We haven't done several hundred episodes of Games We Never Played.
We haven't?
No,
Are you
I think
sure?
we've done maybe like 40. Yeah, there's no way we've
You're
done several
kidding.
hundred.
You're joking me, right?
We've done like 40. I update the
No.
I update the playlists.
We have not only done 40.
Yeah, we've done like 40. We do like 2 to 4
Wait,
games
wait.
on each episode. But
Wait. I was thinking of a wild game.
a wild game appears. Yeah, we've done
Yes.
probably a couple hundred
Yes.
a wild game appears
Sorry.
episodes.
You're
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Games we never played? Yeah, not that many. But yeah, okay, so...
But also just in our general lives,
Right.
off of Game Soup, previous to us starting this channel, we played many, many thousands of games.
Ooh, I don't like this song.
For short amounts of times. We've easily played tens of thousands of games.
Right.
Between the two of us. Where were we going with this? Oh, but we've never played a game exactly like this.
Right.
Right.
But
so that's saying something.
I've also never played a game like Ghost Grab 3000.
Ghost Grab 3000 was fucking fun.
It's a cool game.
I gotta recommend that one again.
I know what I keep bringing it up.
It's coming out on Switch. Or I think
Oh
it's
my
actually, I think it's out
God.
on Switch actually.
Why did
as
we-
of this recording.
Why did we put Game Soup on Switch? We're so dumb.
I mean, we can still do it.
We can, but...
It's a re-release. I think our next game we're gonna have to get it on more platforms than just Steam. 'Cause
Yeah, I
Steam,
think so.
I mean, by the time our game comes out, especially Steam is gonna be defunct, or maybe not defunct, but
Steam is already
old time.
beautiful, fantastic, useful service.
We don't have to say that. We don't have to
yeah.
say nice things about Steam. It's not in the contract.
Is it though? Have you read the contract? Because I haven't.
I haven't either, but we paid them $100 to get our game on Steam. That's how you get a game on Steam. You pay $100, you put your game on Steam.
And it's not even really Steam's fault. It's the fault of all the shovelware developers that put their games on there. But Steam could have a little more discretion in the trashware that they put on their platform. Is all I'm saying.
Yes.
Back when it used to
I
not just
agree.
cost $100. Yeah.
Oh man, should I have another drink here? Do you need another drink?
No.
All right, we're good for now then.
I really dig this hammer. I dig this.
I'm thinking of just looking at it.
Dude, look at that rifle. Small engine rifle.
I mean, you got space. Throw them on there.
All right, so oh my God, there's so many enemies. Wait,
Oh, there's a lot of objects on here.
I
so
just
we're
realized
building right now.
I realized something.
What did you realize?
You only have 4 slots to install things.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. You got to dish some old
You
stuff.
knew that.
Uh-huh.
It seems like you knew that already.
Yep. Yeah, I gathered that
What is this?
based on the fact that we're playing as a cube. Although you would think you might have 6 sides, but
Yeah.
if we're looking at it from a side view, you only have 4 sides. It's a square.
Oops.
More than a cube.
So we're gonna take the rifle.
All right. Press the R stick, and that'll shoot the rifle. Yeah.
Oh, it's you have to mash it a little bit.
Does that cause a little knockback for your character? Setting you back
yeah,
a little
I think
bit?
so. Let's find out.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah, it pushes you back a little bit. So it feels more powerful that way. Hey, look at the shells. They're just floating in space. That's kind of neat.
Oh, it also doesn't recharge. I thought, for
Oh, it's-
example, the saw recharges, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the saw recharges.
Not
Looks
the
like the
gun.
rifle is so far not recharging.
Oh.
I'll keep an eye on it for you. That's a promise.
All right. Well, this is not gonna end too well then. 'Cause
Just give him a shot.
I'm just giving the old 1, 2,
There you
3.
go. Go around the world.
It's so easy. Even a child could scan planets like this.
Of course. That's how it's designed. A child should be able to scan planets. Any child. Even a 1-year-old should be able to scan a planet.
I don't like this. Wait, my ammo refilled. I think I just picked up some ammo.
Oh, so it has a specific ammo. Oh, you're swapping your weapons.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah. So you can hold 4 things, but you can only swap 2 weapons. Easy.
Okay, so we had to scan multiple planets in this level from what it looks like.
2.
But I think we scanned both of them, right? So
We did. Where's
how do
that?
we get out?
I think we already... Oh, beam. I see beam. Let's put it on... Let's put it on here. Because I want to replace that... What's this? Armor. Let's see what it does. Nope. Where is it? Saw, hammer, capsule, saw. Wait, what? Where is it? It's nowhere. We don't have it. What is this thing? Beam. Oh. Doesn't do anything. It increases maximum health, and it's called beam. Alright, we are going to recycle the armor. What do you get from that, I wonder? A crystal? Looks like you get a crystal. We're gonna recycle that sucker. Why do I like this game so much? This might be the simplest concept I've seen in a game in the last 10 years. That's not true. In fact, we played a game last month. What was that game called? Sword Crystal? Sword Shield? Swordmaster?
Shield Maiden?
No, we played it about 2 weeks ago. It was a game where you just pressed A at the right time.
Sword Shot.
Sword Shot. That was the simplest game concept I've ever seen.
That was, yeah.
But this is pretty cool, and it's also kind of compelling.
Yeah, this seems to, I mean, this definitely has more to it than Sword Shot.
This has something called depth,
Yeah.
which I like to, yeah, I do like it when games have a certain amount of depth. We're gonna get rid of this saw. We do not need Mr. Saw
I mean,
Boy.
Sword Shot was interesting in its own right.
Yeah, games don't always need to have a certain amount of depth if they do the thing that they do right.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the mood of the player, the age of the player, the place they're at in their life. The right book at the right time. I think the right video game at the right time applies to the player. For instance, La Mulana.
Oh my god.
Here's an example for me.
I love La Mulana.
Ed loves La Mulana. Joe, me, has just started playing La Mulana.
Nobody likes La Mulana when they first play it. That's the thing. No, you don't like it. You're not supposed to like it. You're being punished for playing the game.
I've played it for 3 or 4 hours so far.
How dare you play this game?
I've barely gotten anywhere
Right.
in it. And I can see myself loving this as maybe a 14-year-old. Like when I was 14, 15, I think I would have loved La Mulana. There's a right place and a right time in someone's life for a game. Now, sadly, no. It is not the right place and the right time, and there will probably... I can't foresee a time in my life where La Mulana is ever going to be right place, right time for me. It's sad, but there are games right now that are out that are right place, right time for me. For instance, we're developing a Metroidvania right now, and I just played Record of Lodos War... Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth,
What kind of name is Deedlit?
which is a wonderful Metroidvania with tight control
Deedlit.
and interesting combat mechanics, just interesting mechanics, a decent map, great graphics. That's a game that I need to be playing right now because we're developing a game that is in a similar vein to that one. But La Mulana, it is a Metroidvania in a lot of ways. I would say it's a Metroidvania, just pretty much flat out. But it's very unique, and it's very punishing and very difficult and very time consuming and completely unforgiving and not respectful of a man's time. I gotta say,
You're not wrong.
not the game that I need to be playing right now.
Look, if a game doesn't respect your time and you still love it, doesn't that just go to show you that it really transcends genre?
Well, I would say that I don't love it. So far.
I have a question. I scanned the planets. Where's my warp? Where's my exit?
Yeah, you scanned two planets, right?
2 planets.
Yeah.
Where's my exit? Look at those 2 suns over there. What is this, Star Wars? Wait, do you have to kill everything too and also leave?
Maybe you have to kill everything? I'm not sure.
I don't remember that, but
Well, here's another example. I don't need to play tower defense games right now.
I love tower defense
I do
games.
love tower defense
Yeah.
games, but I don't need to play them, and it's not the right
Right.
place, right time for me. But however, 2 weeks ago, it
Yeah.
was the right place, right time for me. I was feeling a little sad, And it was a good distraction. I needed a distraction at the time.
Look, dude, nobody needs
There are
to
some
play
things-
video
yeah.
games. You just do it because it helps you. It's like
There were
gambling.
just some things going on in my life that I needed a distraction from. This rarely happens. Very rarely happens. But I was feeling I was in a don't pity me or anything, but I was feeling a somewhat depressive state. And I just needed a distraction at the time. And Kingdom Rush really hit the spot at that time. Right now, I don't need to play Kingdom Rush. Record of Lotus War Deedlit in Wonderland really was what I needed, because we're developing a game and we're currently getting into the level design, a more level design heavy portion of development, and that is I'm in the time that I'm playing games, I want to be playing Metroidvania games that are well designed, and that, I would say, fits the bill.
And I would say La Mulana is a Zapper meta goes back to ancient times.
I would say that's the only thing that really La Mulana has going for me right now, is that it's somewhat inspirational and interesting to be playing right now.
I mean, you talk about like how Metroidvanias are designed. La Mulana is Metroidvania distilled down to nothing but design.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely learning something from playing it. I'm definitely gaining some form of inspiration. I don't think it's a waste of my time at all playing it right now. But I'm saying that it does not respect the player's time in the least.
No.
It does not at all. So I'm saying for a younger person, it would probably appeal to a younger person more because they have more time in their life left.
Right.
You know, we're dying, and you don't realize how much you're dying until you get older.
I mean,
and I'm sure as I get even older, I will realize how precious that time is.
Not to get heavy on you or anything. Does this hurt us?
And that every cost boils down to time. Every cost in your life boils down to time invested.
Increases maximum health. We're gonna take this.
Yep, it's gonna take one of our slots, right?
What did this one do? I want to know what the one that I already have attached was doing. I guess I can just do this. Wait.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Wait, you can just slap it on the end?
Oh no!
So it just gets really big?
I'm so stupid.
You didn't realize we could do this before, did you? I didn't either.
I didn't know.
So the ship gets really big. Do we take damage if we get hit on any part of the ship? I'm guessing we do.
Surely. Oh, I'm so stupid.
So you increase the size of your ship, you increase your hitbox, but at the same time you increase your power. That's actually really cool. Okay, so I think we're realizing some of the depth of this game.
We've been playing for 20 minutes and I just figured that out.
That's not that long to be playing. Don't feel so bad. I'm liking the hammer though.
I am loving this hammer. Some things are just better melee, you know? Some things you just need that oomph factor.
It looks fun so far. Ed's playing this one. To me, it looks fun.
It's weird because it's so slowly paced, and it's not that exciting, like second to second.
The music
is good.
The music, I mean, yeah, it's pretty chill. It's non-invasive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a vibing kind of game.
It's very vibing. And like the second to second action is not particularly thrilling, but it doesn't matter because
it feels chill. It feels like a chill game, you know. You could put on, just have the TV on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Have the television, have YouTube on in the background while you're playing this, and you know,
I just figured something out. You can only attach things. See these orange parts in this grid?
Oh, on the orange edges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to have...
Right.
I got it. So this piece has many orange edges.
So check this out. We can grab this and
slap
attach it anywhere.
Build mode engine. Thrust. Okay, so it's going to push you in that direction. Is it?
Is it? No, I mean, I don't actually know. I think you just get a boost no matter where. I think it's just movement speed. I think it is just movement.
It's just increases movement speed no matter where you press it, where you place it. Okay.
From what I can tell, yeah.
Okay. So the placement doesn't matter as much as just the fact that you have it. That's cool.
I think.
I don't really care if we do well in the game. To be perfectly honest with you, it's just a fun game to vibe out with. It seems like to me.
Some games are just fun, even if you suck. I
can see maybe somebody playing this to a high level. I can see somebody maybe getting really obsessed with this game and playing it to a high level, which is an incredible compliment to the developer. if someone does in fact do that.
I really thought I was going to beat the game.
It didn't happen, Ed. I hate to disappoint you, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you suck.
Taking a bath in the water planet can be fun.
I could never say such a thing to you.
No, I know. I mean, it's a mark of a good game, right? When you play a game and it seems so easy that you're sure you can beat it, and then you don't.
And then you don't. Yeah.
Because that is... Oh, I actually can't even break this yet. We don't have a
There's
weapon.
another game we played recently that I said would be a good weed game. I would say this would be probably another one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because it's slow-paced. Hey, look, sword. Were we talking about that before?
I think it's a good drinking game too, because we're drinking right now. Let's be full disclosure.
Yeah.
We have a...
Let's be full disclosure.
Had a drink or two here.
Look how quickly you can swing this weapon.
And I would say that it suits that well. There's not all games you can play while drinking.
Right. Very few, in fact.
Like I play Magic the Gathering.
That's not a good drinking game, is it?
Magic Arena.
No.
It's fun to play while drinking, but pretty much everything is fun to play while drinking, and you are going to play worse when you're drinking.
Yeah.
Let's just face it. If you're playing any kind of a strategy card game, or strategy game in general, you're going to be worse at it when you're drinking. And you are going to be worse at this probably while you're drinking, but it seems to be, so far. From what I can tell just watching, it seems to be like it would be a pretty decent game to do while under the influence of either alcohol or certain drugs.
Yeah, there is a sweet spot for...
Now, from what I've heard... Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. What was the sweet spot?
There's a sweet spot where being a certain amount of drunk makes you better at a game because it relaxes you, right? It relaxes your motor functions, so to speak.
There's an effect. Mm-hmm. There's something to be said for being a certain level of drunk and coding. I forget the guy that... But there's a certain blood alcohol level, and he was constantly... I can't remember the guy's name, but he was constantly testing his blood alcohol level while coding.
I remember hearing about this.
Analyzing his performance.
Right.
Analyzing how well he was doing. I'm not sure exactly how he objectively measured this, but there was a certain blood alcohol level. You can... I don't know how you would look this up, but you can probably find it. There was a certain blood alcohol level that he said was optimal for coding, and it's not 0. It is a certain level of alcohol. It's like 1 or 2 drinks, and if you can keep yourself at that buzzed level, that you will be better at coding.
Dude, look at this. Look at this.
This is a good setup. I can already tell.
The window wiper. That's what I call this. Wait. Oh,
so yeah,
no.
Drinking and coding apparently works. Drinking and drawing?
No.
Doesn't work that well. Doesn't work that well, unfortunately.
I believe that.
As much as I like drawing and as much as that's what I spend a lot of my time doing, unfortunately, drinking and drawing, not that good.
I mean, you need the fine motor functions for drawing that you don't get when you're...
Unfortunately, even weed and drawing, not that good either. Really? Unfortunately, you pretty much need to be fairly sober. You need to have a steady hand.
Ooh, I just got... Oh no, what's happening? Why am I getting
Drinking and drawing especially, though, is not particularly conducive to a great output. Unfortunately, you need to be pretty clear thinking when drawing. When coding, I don't know. I've actually never drank while coding.
I have. It helps you. It does help you because it slows down your mind just enough. And if you're one of these people that has racing thoughts, as many are prone to...
Yeah, maybe it'll help.
It does help you sort of limit yourself, by slowly poisoning your body.
Yeah.
Which is a really horrible trade-off when you think about it, but it works, And nobody's going to live forever, so you might as well do it. Grab. Okay, so this is a laser. Let's check out this laser. Alright. Oh, it's so... The cat's in here right now. I just noticed the cat is... Wait, has he been in here the whole time?
I think he has, yeah.
Because
He's been very quiet. He's been very quiet.
He must have been sleeping.
Yeah.
Because usually he's...
I don't know how he slept through us chatting away there. A couple of chatty Cathys here.
Chatty catties, in fact.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird. It looks like it took damage, even though those things didn't really touch me.
It looked like it. I think you took damage. The damage animation.
Yeah, like there.
Yeah,
why did it take damage?
You lost
there?
some green health there.
It didn't look
I saw your health bar. It went down.
It looked like they didn't even touch me, but I guess, Alright, so I do like this laser because, check this out, it ricochets.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh.
Cocaine and shoot 'em ups.
Excuse me?
Tend to lend themselves well to each other. Cave shmups.
That's news to me.
Now, I mean, this is secondhand information for all you know.
Oh.
But Coke and cave
For
shops
all I know, yes, you're right.
really go together well. And that's all I'm
right.
going to say about that.
Oh.
I'm not condoning doing it, but
I'm
certain
curious.
activities that go well together with
Yeah.
certain drugs. I mean, socialization goes well together with drinking. That's why
Right,
bars
sure,
are a thing.
Sure. And yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, right. And bars are, we just accept them. Oh, this game is so hard to control. It looks easy, but it's really not. It's really difficult. You have to turn your ship the right way. Small engine adds thrust. Where do we... Can we build thrust anywhere? We don't want that. We don't want that. We want... Oh, I think I recycled the wrong thing. Yep, sure. Oops. Alright, let's try this. Oh! What's... So this is much harder than it looks, because if I twin stick to the right, I'm like aiming to the right side, it does this. And if I aim to the left, it does this. So it's not really one-to-one, because you have to, like this laser thing, I'm not aiming up right now. If I aim up, the laser shoots to the right.
That's, yeah.
So you have
to... because
of where it is. It's installed.
Organization.
Yeah.
The way that it's installed. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's not about just pointing to the thing you want to kill and killing it. It's about thinking about where the object is installed on your ship and where the thing you want to kill is. It's hard to put into words.
It's an interesting game design choice.
Oops. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, a lot of the times, interesting game design choices don't work very well. And just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean it's good. In fact, if it hasn't been done before, it's probably not good.
Yeah. At this point.
It's a rare occasion when you find a design, an aspect of design that works well and hasn't been done before. That's a very rare occasion. If you find it, you have struck gold. That being said, there is still a lot of game design space to be discovered in video games. We are still in what some may call the golden age. I would call at least the silver age of gaming, but some may still call it the golden age of game.
I believe that.
Of video games.
I believe we're still in the golden age. I believe the golden age is a very long age. I do think that.
I believe the golden age is over. But I'm just saying that this based on a very brief thought. I haven't given a lot of thought to this. I would say we're in something more akin to the silver age of game design.
When was the golden age?
Say NES, Super Nintendo.
I think those
Genesis,
were some of the worst design games that we've ever seen.
I would say still N64. That age, PlayStation generation. What would that be? Generation 4?
I think 6.
Home console or generation
5 or 6, I think. Where do they start, right? Atari, is that generation 1 or is NES generation 1? I think NES is generation 1.
Is Atari generation 2? Because there was
Yeah,
also
because before
Odyssey
that-
and all the old Pong machines, right?
Yeah, Pong machines.
So I don't
right?
know. I don't know what generation what generation we're even on right now. I don't really keep track of this shit.
The way it's in my head, right? This is not official. The way I think of it is Atari's generation 1, which is like, right, so Nintendo is 8-bit, right?
Yeah.
So what do you call Atari? 1-bit? 2-bit? You were just a 2-bit game console.
Yeah.
So Atari's generation 1 to me. NES, Gen 2. Gen 3, SNES. Possibly Sega Master System, but not really.
Sega Master System would be in the same generation as NES.
Yeah.
I would say.
And Genesis and TG16.
Yeah, TurboGrafx 16, Super Nintendo, that's all one generation, obviously. Yeah.
So was that generation 3? Is that what I said?
I guess, yeah.
So 4 N64, 5 GameCube, 6 Switch. No.
Switch. No. You missed a whole
7
generation
Wii
there.
U, 2 generations.
No, Wii and
Wii U were 2 different...
Xbox 360, right? That's generation, what, 5, 6?
Well...
I'm losing track here.
Yeah, I know, I am too. So, okay, the generation with 360 and Wii U and PlayStation 4, right? I mean, they're not always one-to-one, but by and large, you can pretty much lump them together. Rapid Laser... Oh, you know what? This one has an expansion. We need to get this because it has... Alright, we're going to grab it. It only costs $2. Where is it? Grab. Buy. Alright, I got it.
So what was the discussion? Where does the golden age of games end, if it has ended?
I don't think the golden age of gaming has begun, because remember how bad games were for the NES? Games are still
Mostly
bad.
they were bad, but some have aged well.
A golden age in
I
gaming?
would say there are about 30 or so NES games that have aged very well and you can still play today and enjoy if you are a game head. A gamer. I call them game heads, but some people call them gamers.
Why would you call them a game head?
I don't know.
Repair. I want to know what Repair does. Is it just, oh no, it costs...
And I would say there's all of... I mean, I hesitate to say one Atari game that's good.
Even that, that's
very generous to say that there's one well-designed, good Atari game. Now, it's not to completely disrespect Atari games, but people just didn't know and the technology wasn't there.
Right. I mean, look, the NES jumping from the Atari age was a huge leap in quality.
Gigantic leap.
Right. But even then...
There hasn't been a leap as large since then, I would argue.
No, that is true. But I still don't know if that warrants it calling it the golden age of gaming. It very well may be. That might be true, in fact. I haven't thought about it enough.
You could call Atari the golden age only, and then just say the silver age was
you'd
Nintendo.
Be wrong. You'd be completely
I would
wrong
say
about
that the golden age included Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and even into the 3D consoles such as N64, PlayStation, that was the next generation. And probably even into the next generation, PS2, GameCube.
Can you call something the golden age if it's really the first major age? You really can't, because then you're just longing for the old days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those are the old days, though.
And they suck.
The original Xbox? I mean, come on.
Oh my god, dude. But no, that was the same era as PlayStation 2. And PlayStation 2 is one of the most beloved consoles. And it really was fantastic.
There's a lot of fun games. There's a lot of fun games for PlayStation 2. The hardware, not so good. But the games that came out for that hardware.
Yeah, nobody remembers the hardware. Everybody remembers the games that came out on it.
Of course, yeah. The games really are what matters. More than the hardware.
Death from Above.
Far more.
We gotta try Death from Above. Oh my lord. Okay, so it looks like things that are yellow, see in the bottom center? The swords have a yellow bar.
Those are like on a cooldown.
Those recharge.
Yeah.
The things that are red apparently do not recharge.
So that's your L trigger.
That's what I'm getting out of this, yeah.
Yeah. This is the best ship I've ever seen you build, Ed. And I've seen you build 3 ships. 3 ships. One was a ship in this game.
Right.
Another ship was the last run in this game, and the previous ship was an ark.
An ark?
Containing 2 of each animal of the planet.
That's funny. I don't remember that. Can I install this somewhere? Grab. Yeah.
If it installs, put it on.
There we go. Yeah, conceptually, this is... Oh, no! It's so simple conceptually, and yet... I can't stop missiling these boys. Get missiled! Dude! Missile yourself. There we go. Even a small child could do this. I do like the music, right? Relaxing. Kind of reminds me of Geometry Wars. Remember that game? That was a relaxing and also hectic game. If
I wouldn't say that was relaxing. That was relaxing for me, but I liked it. It was a twin stick shooter and a shmup, essentially, brought to the masses. Everybody knew about Geometry Wars back in...
You know why?
What was that, like 2006?
It was one of the only good games on the... Wasn't it on the Xbox? It was on the 360, I think.
Yeah, it was early 360, and early 360 didn't even have that many good games.
No. Remember the only good game on Xbox was Halo.
Correct.
The game it launched with.
Xbox,
They bought their way into the console market.
Microsoft, essentially what they did was they hired a bunch of no-name developers to develop generic games. They had a generic racing game. What the hell was it called? What the hell was it called? F1 Racing or something? I don't think it was F1 Racing.
No, I don't remember what it's called, but...
they had a generic boat racing game called Bloodwake.
I've never heard of that.
They had a generic RPG called Nightcaster. And they had a generic first-person shooter that happened to be called Halo. And the console really lacked any kind of cohesive or good games. There was nothing. There was one game, though, that they just lucked out and hired some no-name developer called Bungie to develop a first-person shooter, and then that game was called Halo.
Do you want to give this game a try, by the way?
No, you go, man. You have to do this.
I'm gonna give it one more because we've been going for a while.
Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more run.
My confidence keeps killing me.
But yeah, the Xbox, I mean, it would have been a complete failure if it wasn't for the fact that Microsoft could afford to pour multis of billions of dollars into into the game, into the console, as well as the fact that they just completely lucked out with the franchise called Halo.
I'm learning something. I believe that the more parts you get, the slower you move. Seems obvious.
It makes sense. It's a reasonable trade-off.
But if you know me, and you do...
I feel like we should talk more about the game. I feel like this whole episode has been a discussion of the golden age of gaming, when we should just be talking about this game.
It's so relaxing.
It is, yeah. It's a chill game to talk about kind of anything, but I feel like if the developers are watching this, they're not getting as much out of it as they could. You probably shouldn't have warped.
All right, that's okay.
All right, so let's just leave this topic and say, where did the golden age of gaming end to you? Leave it in the comments.
Or did it even happen?
Has it ended? Correct.
Has it started?
Has it ended?
Has it started?
Well, it started because the golden age is the first age, just by definition.
Why? Why is golden age?
It just always is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I thought the golden. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the golden age of any art form is it's the first age.
We're still finding our feet.
So has it ended? I would argue that it has ended, but I'm not exactly sure where it's ended, and Ed would argue that it has not ended yet. Where would you argue that the golden age has ended, if it has ended? And with that, this game has a lot of insects, maggots, and bugs in it.
Space bugs.
Space bugs.
As you know.
Some people call them those.
I don't like this laser, man. I really don't. But I gotta take it. Remember when you go to Cold Stone Creamery and they give you those flavors? And they're called Like It, Love It, Gotta Have It?
I don't say that, actually. I say large, small,
yeah.
medium. If you go to Starbucks, for instance,
I would like a venti macchiato with extra cream.
I always say small, medium, or large. I can't say words like that when I'm ordering.
And they know, right? They know what you mean.
If it makes me cringe, I won't say the word.
Right.
Like, for instance, Taco Bell used to have the Delta Minis.
Delta Minis?
I don't even know what the product was. I don't remember what it was, but I won't say a word like that when I'm ordering food. I will either not order the food, or I'll say it in another way if it's possible. If it's not possible to say the name of the word in a way, the name of the restaurant item that isn't cringy, I just won't order the item.
Like the taste,
no matter how delicious it is.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Like there's been some that are like that, right? Like what was the one thing that chicken crisp bacon cheddar ranch? Remember that bacon cheddar ranch?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Chicken crisp bacon cheddar ranch. It was an ad. I think it was Burger King. Chicken crisp bacon cheddar ranch. Bacon cheddar ranch. Oh my god, it was disgusting. Here it is. Here's the ad.
Are you recording it?
Is this it? We are recording, yeah.
Okay.
Big surprise, the tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch.
That's it. Actually, no. Okay.
All right.
So we just saw the tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about things that the name of them is so cringe that you will never say them, even if you go to the store, right? That's one of those things. The tender crisp. How dare you make me say the word tender crisp?
Yeah,
I take offense to that. You know what
I
mean?
I would never order that item, and then unless I could say, give me that bacon ranch thing.
Right. Yeah, because you don't want to be the tool who says tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch. Makes you sound like an absolute, I don't know what, a jerk.
I mean, that food would have to be so unbelievably delicious. It would have to be the most delicious thing that you've ever consumed in your entire being.
Oh, I don't like this at all. So here's the thing. I have this sword. That was the chair. I have this sword installed on the bottom of my ship, right? But that means I have to aim opposite of the direction that I want to swipe it. I don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the sword.
Oh, you can reattach it anywhere you want.
Yeah. So we're going to put thrust on the bottom. We're going to take this armor.
There's a lot of strategy to this.
There actually is. I am so digging this. We're going to put the sword up top so that the sword attacks wherever we aim, which is what we want, right?
That makes sense, yeah.
And I just realized, I think these armor plates will only absorb damage in the direction they're facing. I feel like that's kind of an obvious thing, now that I think about it. But now, my sword faces the direction I'm pointing with the analog stick. There is so much more strategy to this than I thought there was. How you doing, Joe, by the way?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Ed?
I kind of just went on a rant about the Tender Crisp. There's got to be some other thing. Hey, man, I got to say, there's Taco Bell. What did you call them? The Delta Minis?
Yeah, there was. It might have been Taco Bell. I don't know. It might have been Popeye's Chicken. There was some product called a Delta Mini, and you could never order the product because of how cringe it is just to say the name of the product.
Because I was a big at my college. We had a Taco Bell on campus, and I used to go there a lot. I've never heard of the Delta Mini, and now I'm intrigued.
Well, maybe it was Taco Bell. I don't know. It could have been something else. Leave it in the comments if you know where what fast food joint this food item originated. You ever had fast food? You had fast food recently?
Not recently.
Because I haven't.
No, not recently.
Well, I mean, I've had chain restaurant. I had a California Pizza Kitchen pizza recently.
Oh yeah,
they're fine. They're pretty good.
I mean, they're not.
They have pretty thin. They have pretty thin crust. But as far as a chain restaurant pizza goes, California Pizza Kitchen is pretty good. It's better than Papa John's, I would say. It's probably the best, actually, of a chain restaurant. Now, most of the time, I like to get local pizza. Usually, local pizza is better. That's just a fact.
Right.
This is how it is in the U.S. But
oh no,
if you do need to get a chain restaurant pizza, and there's a California Pizza Kitchen nearby, they're fine. They're pretty good.
And the fact that they're not a giant chain, which actually I don't think they are, but the fact that they're not kind of speaks to the fact that they are.
It's better than
good.
I would say it's better than Papa John's. It's better than Pizza Hut. It's better than Domino's. That's not saying much. Better than Domino's is not saying much. But
No.
I would say it's, as far as a chain pizza restaurant goes, it's probably the best.
I mean,
Papa John's is a number 2. I would say Papa John's is number 2.
The difference between a local pizza place and a chain pizza place is what? Like, how many stores does a place have to have before it's a chain? More than one? Because in that case, many places are chains. But if there's like a specific threshold,
yeah, 2. I mean, I guess 2 is a chain. I don't know. No, that's probably not a chain.
Because California,
I'd say 3. I'd say 3 would make a chain. 2 would make a duopoly.
So there's probably 3 California Pizza Kitchens, but
are there only 3? No, there's not 3.
There's certainly more than 3, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you don't hear about them frequently enough to say, "Oh, that's a chain. I would never go to that fast food chain."
It's a chain. It's a chain.
But at the same time, you don't lump them in with McDonald's, do you?
No.
So I feel like the fewer stores you have, and the less chainy you are, the less Dick Cheney you are. Maybe the more credit you have.
What do you know about Dick Cheney?
I know he once shot a guy.
He's a hero. I can't say that. All right.
Politics.
Ed,
long ago, Joe promised that he would never talk politics with me.
No, that was you. You promised you would never talk politics with me.
Because there are no winners.
I mean, it's safe to say nobody likes Dick Cheney, though. Come on. Nobody likes Dick Cheney.
Well, okay, so it's something we can all agree on then.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
We're going to clear this game eventually.
I think every time I play it, I think I'm going to.
We're going to see. Well, this is it. This is our last run.
That's the right kind of game.
This is definitely our last run. Yeah, the game that forces that makes you think that this next run, just this next run, this is what's going to get me. Now, is that a good game design or is that?
That's a great game design.
I would say yeah.
I think.
I mean, that's drawing you into it.
I mean, okay, by itself, it doesn't provide any sort of mechanical challenge, but the fact that a game can make you feel that way.
Yeah.
Right? The entire point of a game is to make you feel a thing, just like any art is. So if a game makes you feel like you can do it, even though you've proven to yourself that you cannot, which is me right now, you know?
You're just slashing these guys.
I am just slashing these. I'm pretty good at slashing.
Well, you built a pretty sturdy and formidable spaceship here.
I learned something. Yeah, I did learn something after all that time. Actually, I'm out of spaces right now, so I can't build anything. We're going to ditch the laser because the laser is not that useful.
I'm really glad you're the one playing right now, Ed.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you...
My motor skills right now are impaired.
I'm going to get that out of there. And you have 2 cargo spaces. I do like that. Although this game does not require much motor skills.
It seems pretty chill, yeah.
Motor dexterity, if you will.
It is in early access. Did we mention
I keep hitting the flowers every single time I hit them. They hurt you. There's no reason to hit them. It sucks.
Yeah, just don't go near them.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting. It just sucks because we just hit a save point. One of those save points where you can, like a shop, I guess, is a better word.
Well, you have 60 hit points out of 220 right now.
That's horrid. It's actually horrid and offensive to me. I feel like a failure that I can't win this game.
Planet Scanner.
Scan it planner. You ever heard of a spoonerism? My life is dominated. I've never told anyone this. My life is dominated by spoonerisms.
I've never heard of spoonerisms before. Who's Spooner?
That's a great question, actually. I don't know. But I know that he rules my life and has ruled my life since a very tender age. Because a spoonerism is a thing where you reverse the consonants or the starting letters.
How did you die there? Who the hell even hit you? Killed by a fart.
Farter! Oh.
Well, that is a perfect death. And that is a perfect way to end this episode.
Yeah.
And that is a perfect way.
We got to talk about spoonerisms on the next episode because it's worth talking about. And it's such a... I'm going to make a game about spoonerisms. But not this game. This game is called Space Scavenger. And it's really cool, actually. I'm enjoying it.
I really hope we did it justice. It looked fun.
It was very fun.
It looked interesting.
Check it out on STEAM.
We went off on some tangents there.
We did.
But I think
Cat.
that the visuals of the game, not the visuals, the gameplay itself, you can tell what it looks like. You can tell if this is going to be something that you're into.
It feels polished and it feels good to play, and it makes you make important decisions. I love it. I really love it. If I was like 10 years younger, I'd be playing the hell out of this game. And I'll still play it probably.
It's the right place, right time kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all games are like that.
Yeah.
All games really, they need to come to you at the right place, right time in your life. And it's like that for any art form, really. Books, I think books especially, but games, I think it applies.
So
Space Scavenger.
Scavenger by Red Cabin. Check it out on Steam, and thanks for watching.
And thanks to the developer for providing us with a copy of this title.
Oh yeah.
And to everyone watching,
We
like
ourselves
and
you.